Hello, lovely pet owners. Welcome to episode 2 of Remarkable Ramblings. And today I'm just going to talk to you about what an overnight stay is all about. I've had quite a few sort of inquiries for these. So I just thought it might be helpful to explain exactly what it is. So an overnight stay, pet sit stay, is where we come and stay in your house and look after your pets there. So it's normally dogs, but I'm not going to rule out cats. But so we arrive at about 4:30 in the evening, late afternoon, and we do a evening walk. We do dinner. We obviously then do companionship and cuddles and looking after them, and we then stay overnight in your home, and we then leave at about 8:30 in the morning. So in the morning, it's breakfast and walks, and yeah, make sure everything's good before we leave. We can then do like an additional pop-in visit at lunchtime. So if your dog requires like a 30-minute opportunity to go outside for a wee break, then we can do that. That's like an additional charge added on to the service. So when I say that we disappear throughout the day, a lot of people are surprised by that and kind of are expecting us to stay 24 hours. So we are a pet business, so our job is to sort of obviously look after other pets. There are companies out there that aren't pet businesses that you can use to have like a 24-hour stay. So you could, if you wanted somebody to look after your pets 24 hours while you're away, then there are other options. But we are obviously a pet business, which means we are insured. We're equipped to deal with anything. And we also do have like other dogs and pets to look after during the day, which is why we have to disappear. So not all dogs need 24-hour care. Some dogs are quite happy just to be left, just with a midday visit for a wee break. Some dogs have their own dog flaps, so they can go in and out of the garden as and when they need. So this is why we don't offer 24-hour. Obviously, if 24-hour care from us is something that you really want, then we would quote for it. But because the price will be quite high, I don't have it as a service, but it's not something I'm ruling out. So how are we different from getting like your relative or your friend to come and look after your dog? As I say, we are a pet business. We have all the equipment to look after your dog. We've got extra leads, we've got extra harnesses, we've got dog tags. I've got a van equipped with cages so we can go off and about in that. It's also full of toys, and so that's kind of where we're different, because it is our job to look after and entertain and ensure that your pet is enriched, so that they are comfortable and stress-free while you're away on holiday. We can also water plants, put the rubbish out, and do all those sort of things that you might not necessarily feel comfortable asking your friend or your relative to do. So we're kind of there to do that. We're also equipped to deal with emergencies. We know where the local vets are. So if there was a problem, that's all part of sort of what using a pet business service sort of entails. We do have our own insurance, so we do have access to an online vet as well. So if there was something that I wasn't sure about with your pet, rather than and I didn't think if I wasn't sure if they needed to go to the vet, I do have access to an online vet. So you've got that additional sort of relief for yourself. We are also pet first aid qualified, so if anything did happen to your pet, obviously we would take them to the vet, but at least we can sort of patch up and deal with any cuts or anything like that whilst on our way to the vets. Although we're not dog trainers, we do know a lot of training techniques that we've learnt from other trainers. So, we can carry on if you're doing loose leash walking even, or whatever training you may be doing, we can carry that on for you. So there's so many benefits to your dog actually staying at home in their own environment. That you also get the security of somebody being in your house, so it's like lived in. But your dog also gets that one-on-one care. If you sent your dog to a kennels, that's a one adult to many dogs. Whereas with us, your dog is our priority. You will then have so many updates from myself that over the time that you're on holiday, we kind of become sort of like best friends, because you have access to me. You even get my own personal mobile number, which I don't hand out to anybody. So you can get hold of me at all times. As I said, you get regular updates, which at a kennels or a Borders where they take on many dogs, you might not get as many updates. The dogs are in their familiar environment. They go to the loo in their own backyard. They can get to sleep on their favourite sofa, and it means that their health is better because they're not sort of like surrounded by any other brought-in illnesses or diseases or fleas or things like that. So what do you as a pet owner need to provide for us is simply just a clean bed and a clean bathroom. I bring my own towels, I bring my own dinner, I bring my own coffee, I bring my own milk. So I bring everything. I just need somewhere to sleep. And with regards to updates, so you'll get updates when I arrive, when I leave, and all throughout the time that I'm with your pet, what they've done. You'll get photos. You'll also get, when you get back, you'll have like an actual report card, so you can see exactly what's happened each day. So if you are thinking about getting a pet sitter to look after your pets and you are worried that they won't be able to cope sort of for periods on their own, then it might be a good idea to start sort of like getting them used to that. So if they are used to 24 hours of having you around, it might be worth starting to sort of get them used to you not being around so much. I also have like a download which I can add to here, which has sort of questions that you can ask a pet sitter. So when you're looking to find a pet sitter, there are like 10 questions that you can ask. So just to sort of make sure that you get the right person for you and your pet. So I mean, if you have any questions, or if you want to see if a pet sitter is right for you, then you can like book a discovery call with myself, or you can drop me a message or a WhatsApp, or a comment, and I'm more than happy to get on the phone to you and just sort of talk it through, and then go from there, which will probably be a meet and greet, and then after we've had that, if you're happy, we would then do like a pre-sit bonding session, and this is where I get to see sort of how your dog is in their own environment, and also to take them out for a walk to see how they are out on the lead, because I don't want you to sort of leave the country and then realise that they are not very easy to walk. That doesn't mean that I can't look after them. It just means we have different ways of doing it. So if your dog isn't great at walking outside, we would take everything into the garden and do a lot of enrichment, a lot of games, a lot of training in the garden. So if you do have a strong puller, then don't worry about that. So anyway, I think that kind of sums it up. So I'll put a link to somebody who's recently used us, who was very apprehensive about having somebody in their house, so which I can completely understand. So I'll put a link to sort of their testimonial, and now yeah, I think it was the best thing that they did for them and their pets. Anyway, feel free to send a message, send a WhatsApp, DM, email, yeah, so there we go. Don't rule out an overnight pet sitter. Take care. Bye bye.